skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My journey cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My journey cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, let's go. Hey, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dumb make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland. This is taken at the 3. And a yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Complete to Hilton. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Brissett going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On third down, Brissett. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Brissett going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's the second year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That ball is caught. It's Doyle. Touchdown, Colts. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 9, check 9. Hey, 734.
From the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Hines. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the gun, here's Brissett. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Zach Pascal, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
On play action, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Justin Houston. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 33. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. touchdown. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
694. 58.
To throw again. Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Carr to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
On 3rd down, Richard. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Now Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Mack, draw play. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the red zone now, Brissett. A good throw here, finding Pascal. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing, Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word. Better. 2 weeks in a row. You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And from down in Miami, an update. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. The final shot here before half for Carr. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right.
Shotgun now for Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Carlson is good. And a 2nd field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the 1st half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And the catch made by Hilton. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a run with Mack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Brissett now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Everyone, you got four down.
Now it's Hines. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Go, go, go.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Drive on. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down. Switch.
To throw is Brissett. Complete to Hilton. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. He'll swing this one out to Richard. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Single. Check 56-3. 218, chop.
On 3rd down, Richard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Throwing on first down is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Carr. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I never return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Marlon Mack. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Hines. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Double dog, that's the way.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, 180. 93. 93.
58, boys, 58.
Buzz.
58's the mark.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Carr now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
93.
To throw again. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
That's going to be caught.
Growing up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me last.